Fatigue plays a role in all sports, but when it comes to sports betting, you're usually talking about the NBA and the NHL. That's because basketball and hockey are both really physical and they have tons of games on the schedule. By keeping track of which teams are fresh and which ones are gassed from a tough week, you can make smarter bets. In this video, we'll explain the basics of how fatigue plays into betting on sports and how you can use it to win more money. Fatigue in pro sports comes down to two main factors: schedule and travel. Schedules in the NBA and NHL can get pretty brutal. Teams are playing back-to-back days and sometimes as much as 4 games in less than a week. Add in all the travel and time zones it takes to visit different cities all over North America, and fatigue starts to play a big role in performance. The worse the schedule and travel factors become, the bigger the hit to a team's performance and chances of winning. Remember, the odds makers know all about fatigue, and they're also factoring it into their betting lines. Your job is to figure out situations where they might get it wrong. If you know certain players are particularly good at handling tough schedules and lots of travel, watch for lines that are underestimating them and putting too much weight on fatigue. Conversely, if one team has a history of handling fatigue poorly, 2 back-to-back games might be enough to make you bet against them. When you're looking for good spots to factor fatigue into your betting, the most common spot is definitely when teams have games on back-to-back days. Playing the second game with less than 24 hours to recover is tough under the best circumstances, but with travel on top of it, performances can really suffer. Look for teams playing back-to-back games, especially when the first game was particularly physical or rough for key players. If the team has had heavy travel schedule as well, it's only going to hurt their performance more. Another common spot to look for is when teams are playing 3 games in 4 nights, or 4 games in 6 nights. Studying the schedules in advance can reveal lots of possible betting opportunities to look at in more detail. Sometimes factoring fatigue into your bets isn't as simple as looking at which team has played more games or has had to travel more. There are actually situations where it's best to bet on a team even though they're suffering from fatigue. Some teams don't do well after extended breaks from playing. They come back rusty, and in those cases, it's often better to bet against them. Even though their opponents are tired, they're more cohesive and more in sync because they've been playing a lot. Other times, you'll have to choose between 2 teams who are both suffering from fatigue. Comparing both teams' game and travel schedules, plus how well they handle fatigue in general, can sometimes shed light on which team is a better bet. For more information on how you can factor fatigue into your NBA and NHL bets, check out our full guide available for free on WSN.com. Thanks for watching, and good luck.